Welcome to Missing Chronicles, where we delve into the heartbreaking and enigmatic mysteries surrounding disappearances. Here, we will immerse ourselves in the world of unsolved cases, thrilling search efforts, and intricate journeys. The goal of this channel is to spread awareness, foster community connections, and provide support to the families and loved ones of the missing. Join me as we embark on a suspenseful journey, hoping to uncover the truth behind these missing chronicles. Help us sustain and grow Missing Chronicles by becoming a patron on Patreon. Your contribution ensures that we can continue our investigations, share compelling stories, and work towards a world where no one is forgotten. Join us in making a lasting impact today. Baffling disappearance of renowned hunter, the enigma of Bart Schleier's fate. Today's case takes us back to the Yukon Territory in Canada. This case took place back in October of 2004 in the Reed Lakes area of the Northwest Territories. Now, this is an extremely bizarre case because we are going to be talking about Bart Schleier, who was one of the most famous outdoorsmen, woodsman, hunter, or survival expert you can call him. He was just an amazing man. Bart was born in 1955, and from a young age, according to his sister, he absolutely loved animals. It wasn't just love, he wanted to know everything about them. So he ended up going to the University of Montana in Bozeman, where he studied wildlife biology. According to his professors, he was a standout among 42,000 to 45,000 students, and they specifically remembered him because of his love for and dedication to learning about the different biologies of animals. He studied there and eventually earned his master's degree in wildlife biology at the University of Montana. For his thesis, he spent an amazing amount of time in the mountains, fully immersing himself to study the activity patterns of grizzly bears in Yellowstone. His paper was considered remarkable. After college, Bart stayed in Montana for a while and worked for the Fish and Game Interagency Grizzly Bear Study Team. According to the research, he was a vital contributor to that team and made significant contributions to our knowledge of grizzly bears, their habitat, birth rates, and other important information. He arranged his life in a way that allowed him to spend as much time as possible in the outdoors. Later, he moved to Wasilla, Alaska, where he worked seasonally for Foster's Taxidermy and served as an assistant guide for Cinder River Guides. In 1994, he began working in Russia for the Horn-Asher Institute, researching Siberian tigers, Asian brown bears, Himalayan black bears, and even snow leopards. He also learned bow hunting and became a well-known wildlife artist. Bart was a man of many talents and was well-traveled, having worked on various projects with tigers for the London Zoology Society in Sumatra, Thailand, Indonesia, Nepal, and Bangladesh. He was a traditional bow hunter and was well known in Alaska, Montana, Colorado, Wyoming, Arizona, New Mexico, Africa, and Canada. Loved ones described him as a very generous man who always saw the good in everyone, had a great sense of humor, and was a survivalist who could survive in any situation. Now, in October of 2004, Bart went on a trip to the Canadian wilderness. He chartered a float plane that dropped him off at the larger of the Reed Lakes in the Yukon Territory. This was approximately 175 miles north of the town of Whitehorse, and the nearest settlement, Stewart Crossing, was about 15 miles from the lakes. He was well equipped for the trip, with 3 large plastic action packer crates filled with enough food for 2 weeks. Clothing, camp gear, a tent, an inflatable boat, and more. The plane left him there and was scheduled to return to pick him up after 2 weeks. However, when the pilot returned and couldn't find Bart, he knew something was wrong and reported him missing on September 30, 2004. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, launched a search, but they couldn't locate Bart initially. His good friend, Did Williams, chartered a plane and joined the search, eventually finding Bart's campsite with all his equipment still there. Later, his bow and other items were found nearby, but what puzzled everyone was the absence of a clear cause of death. The police believed that Bart might have been unexpectedly attacked and killed by a grizzly bear. But many disagreed. Bart's remains showed no signs of animal attack, and there were other peculiarities, such as his untouched food container and the fact that bears would typically go for the head in an attack. Despite all the evidence, the case remains open, and people have differing opinions about what might have happened to Bart. Regardless, Bart Schler's story is a puzzling one, and his family and friends still seek closure about the events surrounding his disappearance and death. Thank you for watching Missing Chronicles. We have explored captivating stories and searched for answers behind the vanished. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos. Share these videos to spread the message and assist affected families and loved ones. If you have any information related to the cases we've discussed, please leave them in the comments section. Together, we can make a difference. See you in the next Missing Chronicles.